Hello and welcome. Thanks for taking a few minutes today to hear this message of hope. We care about you, your families, and your well-being during this very challenging time in all of our lives. In recent weeks, we've watched our world grow increasingly surreal, with new challenges and uncertainties that we must face both collectively and personally. Challenges we weren't even considering just a few short months ago. Suddenly, it's no longer business as usual. Some things will eventually return to the old usual, but some very important things will change and evolve through the great force of necessity. So let's talk about what just changed and what didn't. First off, a new threat has created a global pandemic which has much of the world quarantined at home with income on hold and the costs of survival still due. Our routines are suddenly changed. Fear and anxiety is growing. Many people are experiencing a consequential impact on their stability and well-being. Many whose jobs are on hold or gone completely are having to find new ways to create income, new ways to survive, and hopefully new ways to thrive. Never has it seemed so important to have a great plan B for your finances and an optimally functioning immune system for your physical safety and well-being. Okay, so what didn't change? Well, perhaps most importantly, we're still human. Our biology still functions the same as it did. The cells in our body still function the same, and as we are being reminded, we still live and die at the cellular level. That makes this a good time to improve our cellular health by maintaining a healthy lifestyle and supporting our immune system with proper diet, exercise, and intelligent supplementation. With the current pandemic threat to our health, there are many people sharing valid, honest information that can be helpful. However, there are also some who are trying to profit through false claims and scams, so be cautious, especially of those who make claims that their products cure or treat this pandemic. These claims are probably illegal and potentially harmful. So what can you do now? To start with, you should get educated. You should learn some basics about how your cells function in order to minimize your risk factors. Another thing you should learn about are legitimate ways to earn income working from home. You should also prepare both physically and financially to get through these challenging times, but know that this will eventually pass. It is important that we not become paralyzed. Stay in motion, lean on each other for strength, and count your blessings. Having an attitude of gratitude truly helps everything. If there's a silver lining gift in our current circumstances, it's that many of us have been given the gift of available time. What we choose to do with that gift, now more than ever, will determine the quality of our future, or if we even have a future. What will your choices be? Will you rewatch another season of your favorite show from 5 years ago? Or will you be the person who gets educated, creates new options, and finds a way to come out of this with a new normal that's bigger and better than the old normal? Take some of this time to focus on information you were too busy to consider before. The person who sent you this video cares about you and has information to share with you that can greatly improve your physical and financial well-being. We believe this information can enhance your health and prosperity both now and down the line, as it has for so many of us. So here's what we're thinking. If this current crisis is affecting you and your family's well-being, then we'd like to share a 30-minute message of hopeful information with you. A message based in solid science and a 10-year proven track record that can improve the quality of your life. And we'll respect your decision to accept or reject this information and also invite you to continue learning and benefiting from new knowledge with us through this crisis and long after it's passed. We're all in this together. Please take time to get educated and have honest, open conversations with friends and family. Let's learn all we can, do all we can, and come out better from this when it's all over. We invite you to move past the challenges and become part of the solutions with us. Thanks for your time. We look forward to being of help to you. Be sure to get back to the person who sent you here so they can get you the information I spoke of. And may you and your family be safe and healthy.
It's the key to life. It makes it possible for us to get out the door, challenge ourselves, and find joy. There are few things more important than our health. Throughout history, there have been breakthroughs in health technology that have made our lives longer, more vibrant, more joyful. Breakthroughs that have fundamentally changed how we think, learn, and live.
This is where the future lies, and this is why redox chemistry and supplements that employ this are so powerful.
They literally turn on and turn off, signal every single process in every living cell. And to be able to stabilize a product that allows us to replenish that is just a phenomenal breakthrough.
This has the capability to change the landscape of the healthcare system as we know it.
What if one of the biggest breakthroughs in health technology was actually something small? A breakthrough technology that works at the cellular level, where health begins.
Especially in today's day, health is something we have to earn. What can I do to get to the root of things and really prevent problems from happening? Is it possible? And the answer is yes.
Inside every cell in your body, you're constantly producing negative and positive molecules called oxidants and reductants. And the contraction of that name is redox.
It helps the cells to detect, protect, repair, or replace. So with these molecules, we're amping up that communication. We're helping that cell signal. So we help the cells do their job better.
Without these cell signaling molecules, we simply wouldn't have immune protection from various bacteria. We wouldn't do the gene replication that we need, the DNA sequencing that we need. So even though it seems like a small piece, these redox signaling molecules interact throughout the body with every cell that we know.
They're critical. We wouldn't live minutes without these molecules being produced. Every cell in our body needs these molecules for communication purposes. The more balanced they are, the more abundant they are, the healthier we are.
The more you can amplify a signal, the more NRF2 you activate, the more genes you turn on, the better the health response.
The amount of signaling, the amount of oxidative molecules that we make is being diminished more and more with time. ASEA actually has the combination of the oxidants and the reductants that the body makes. So all we're doing with ASEA is enhancing what the body is already doing.
Having a product, a technology that's native to the body doesn't have to worry about detoxifying it, doesn't have to worry about how am I going to manage this strange molecule that you just put here, because it knows exactly what to do with redox molecules. It's one of, if not the safest recommendation I ever make to a patient.
I don't know of any other dietary supplement that actually targets the cell itself, that gets inside the cell wall and acts with the mitochondria to affect the body.
They found a way to stabilize them outside the body. You can actually put them back into bodies that are deficient in those molecules. And for me, that was a breakthrough. That's a game changer.
We think about vitamins and minerals. Well, that was 100 years ago when they were discovered. And sure, that's great, but today we've got new technology. And probably the most exciting technology is the application and supplementation of redox molecules to support our biology.
To have something that at its molecular level is native to the body is nothing short of a breakthrough.
I don't know of anything else in my career that's made this big of a difference in helping people to improve their health. And in medicine and health, this is, I think, the biggest breakthrough in my career.
This is a huge breakthrough. This is something that's foundational for health, for every cell. It affects every cell in our body. And not just the cells, but the very DNA within those cells. You know, we talk about the discovery of DNA as being a huge breakthrough, the discovery of penicillin. Yes, these were absolutely huge discoveries, but now we have something that actually goes even deeper. This is paramount to health, and we can help people have that.
Redox signaling science is basically a very new field. It's only been around for about 10 years. Scientists are gradually getting involved with redox signaling because they realize that it's such a fundamental process in human physiology. Plants and animals and lower forms of life and all forms of life used redox signaling messengers in order to repair themselves. Let me explain a little bit how that works. When a cell becomes damaged, there are certain messengers that are set out. It's called oxidative stress messengers. Those messengers then are able to tell the tissue that something is wrong. The tissue then is able to respond to that by a variety of different methods. It'll increase antioxidant production, for example, and efficacy. It will try to repair itself. If it's not able to repair itself, then the cell will actually end up killing itself and be replaced by other surrounding healthy cells. This is a remarkable process because it is actually the process which allows us to regenerate tissue and maintain our health. Damaged cells need to be detected. They need to be either repaired or replaced. And so this protection, detection, repair, and replace mechanism is absolutely fundamental to all life. So one of the interesting aspects of this discovery is that we've actually learned how to take these same redox signaling compounds that exist inside our cells and produce them in stable form outside our cells. A stable form that has shelf lives of months. And so then this signaling compound can have the kind of bioactivity that has been played out in our scientific investigations. And we actually see the fruition of such. We see, for example, that cells in cultures, in laboratories, are able to increase the antioxidant efficiencies, for example. Cells are able to elicit different responses that are involved in this repair, replace, and detect mechanism that allows us to regenerate tissue and heal ourselves, basically. And we're actually seeing real evidences, or at least anecdotal evidences, that these things are taking place. At that point, I realized that this is real. It's true. It's happening. And this technology needs to be distributed as far and wide and as quickly as possible. This became almost my cause, a cause for me. In a way, because this redox signaling molecules in the system had so much potential, so much great potential to help people on this planet. And I almost felt as if I was given this technology and that this kind of was coming together almost on its own volition, if you will, because it was something that needed to be done at this particular point in time. This technology has the potential of spearheading some of the greatest advances of health in the world. It is extremely potent. The idea or the possibility of being able to stabilize redox signaling molecules and use them as bioactive, non-toxic agents inside our body is phenomenal. And it will make a difference, and it will be the future technology that will affect almost all areas of health science and well-being.
The human body is an extraordinary creation, made up of between 50 and 100 trillion cells, each one performing just the right function in just the right place at just the right time. Your cells themselves are amazing. Each one is a bustling metropolis of activity, a city that never sleeps. Every second of every day, your cells work tirelessly to keep your body healthy and strong. One of the major functions of your cells is the production of fuel. This fuel, known as ATP, is actually created by workers inside the cell called mitochondria. Mitochondria are so vital and important that a single cell can have thousands of these little workers. In fact, it is estimated that half of the dry weight of the human body is made up of mitochondria. Mitochondria do more than supply the body with the fuel it needs. They also play a key role in cell signaling and communication. coordinating the actions and activities of your cells. When you think about it, this kind of signaling is essential for health and life, since it is the foundation for things like cell development, tissue repair, and immune functions. Without the ability to communicate and coordinate the activities of cells, we would fall apart pretty quickly. The mitochondria's role in this vital communication system lies in the fact that they make special molecules, called redox signaling molecules. The mitochondria make these molecules by the trillions, every second of every day. Good thing, too, because without these redox signaling molecules, life itself would be impossible. You need these molecules to protect the health of your cells, to detect threats and damage, and to repair or replace injured cells. Unfortunately, as we get older, our ability to make redox signaling molecules diminishes. Ever notice that bumps and bruises that disappear in no time on a child seem to last forever on someone who is elderly? The cells in that older person simply aren't communicating as efficiently as they did when they were younger, and so cells and tissues take longer to repair themselves. And all because the body isn't making as many redox signaling molecules as it used to. But what if there were a way to replenish your supply of these amazing little molecules? What if there were, in essence, a redox signaling supplement? How would your life change if you had a supply of redox signaling molecules like you did when you were younger? Such a product would be incredible, but how would you go about making it? Well, a good start would be to understand how the mitochondria in your trillions of cells make these vitally important molecules. Your cells are little bags of salt water. The mitochondria and other organelles inside the cell float around in this salt water. It's not surprising, then, that when the mitochondria need building blocks for creating redox signaling molecules, they use something they have plenty of: salt water. It works out pretty great because salt water is made up of just 4 atoms: the sodium and chloride atoms in salt and the hydrogen and oxygen atoms in water. The mitochondria pull apart these saltwater molecules, then recombine the atoms in different configurations. The new combinations are, guess what? Redox signaling molecules. Things happen so fast inside the cells that these redox signaling molecules are manufactured in just fractions of seconds. And they get used quickly too. And if the cells don't need the redox signaling molecules right away, the atoms convert back into salt water, ready to be used again and again by the mitochondria. It's a very efficient system. So to make a redox signaling supplement outside of living cells, it makes sense to start with the same building blocks: salt and water. That's just what a company called ASEA does. We begin with a pure, pristine saline solution. Then, using a highly protected and patented electrochemical process, we break apart the bonds that hold the sodium, chloride, hydrogen, and oxygen atoms together. These free-floating atoms are then recombined in new configurations, and voila! Redox signaling molecules. Of course, the process sounds a lot easier than it really is. Your mitochondria make redox signaling molecules in fractions of seconds. ASEA takes 3 full days to make the same molecules. But the real triumph for ASEA came in overcoming the issue of stability. Remember that redox signaling molecules made in the cell get used right away or else turn back into salt water? That's because redox signaling molecules are very reactive. They want to get busy and start working right now. This reactive nature makes it difficult to keep these molecules around for long. They want to get used or they'll revert back into salt water. Fortunately, after countless hours of research and experimentation, the scientists at ASEA reached a breakthrough. They discovered a process for pairing these highly reactive molecules into balanced sets, stabilizing redox signaling molecules outside of living cells. Amazing! Every other health and wellness product, vitamins, exotic juices, everything, tries to help the body by giving it something foreign, something the body has to try to figure out how to use. Not so with ASEA. The molecules in ASEA are native to the body. See, your body already knows how to take care of itself. Your cells actually make the tools they need, and for the first time in history, you can replenish and reinforce those tools. You can, in fact, give your body more of the native molecules it needs to take care of its own health. ASEA is more than a mere supplement. It is a foundational approach to health and wellness, a fundamental shift in how we take care of ourselves. So are you wondering just what ASEA can do for you? There's one powerful way to find out. Talk to the person who shared this message with you and feel for yourself the effects of the world's first and only redox signaling supplement. Your life and your approach to your own health will never be the same.